Just out for a morning walk and discovered a new park within walking distance. That's so cool. We were gone for our walk for quite a bit longer than I expected because we found that park and spent a while playing, and then on the way home we were watching the train go by, and now we're back home eating some watermelon. But I'm sure that you're wondering, what is the life-changing thing that's happened, going by the title, and we're gonna show you. Yay! We got an AC! For a couple of weeks there, life was just completely miserable because it was so hot. So now we actually have a way of staying cool in this awful heat. And it has cooled down some. It was over in the hundreds for quite a while, for like a couple of weeks straight. And now it's cooled down into the 90s, and that is just so nice. It felt so nice this morning, but in a couple of days it's going to be going back up into the hundreds. So we're going to be super thankful for this, even though it cooled down some, and it helps just to stay cool at night. And yeah, we're just so thankful for this. It's just helped so much. Even though while I'm cooking, we do turn it off and open up the door and the windows, because the heat and the heat from the stove combined is just a little too much and it doesn't quite keep up. But overall, we can run it anytime and it cools off and helps so much. And we also bought ourselves an ice maker. It's super handy for keeping cold water, obviously, but the only downside is it takes up a lot of space. But other than that, it's such a nice little ice maker. I feel like I've been doing a lot of thrift store shopping recently, and it's been so much fun. And I have a bunch of books that I found. This one is for Liam, as well as this one. But I also just got a bunch of books for me. I'm trying to collect the whole Little House series. So in storage, I have the first 2 books, I believe. I might have the 3rd one, I'm not sure. But then at the thrift store the other day, I managed to find this one and this one. And then yesterday we went again and I found Little Town on the Prairie. And then something I couldn't believe that I found one of the Rose series, which was Laura's daughter. So I'm so happy. I've never found one of those at a thrift store before, and it was $2. So I was very happy. And then I found this book. We have a couple of those that someone had given to us, and I'm gonna get this one for a gift for one of my friends who's gonna have a baby. If she's watching this, I guess she'll just find out early. And then I found a novel. I'd seen somebody recommend it online, and so I thought I would try it, and it was only $2. If you have read this book before, just a reminder not to include spoilers in the comment section, because I don't want to find out what happens in this book before I read it. So just a little reminder, but I think it looks like a super fun book to read. And that's my stack of books. I'm a bookworm, as you can tell, and most of my books I try to keep on Kindle. But these books I do not want on Kindle. I want the paper versions. And I would love to collect like all of the books, like in all of the series, because there's not only the Little House ones, but then there's Rose, like I think there's a couple books, like 3 books in the series, maybe more. And then there's Caroline, which was Laura's mom. And then Martha. You know what? I think I might have Martha in the whole series of Martha in storage as well. And then there was another one, Charlotte. No, Charlotte. No, I can't remember what all the names are. I could be getting confused about some of the names, but I just love that whole series, and I think I'm going to try to get all of them if possible. So I'm keeping my... I apologize for this terrible lighting, but this is another huge change. We have a canopy. So we're just sitting outside. We have a table set up here and we're eating. And the white color, I think the white color helps it to stay cooler in here, so we can even just hang out when it's hot outside, and it feels really nice and it's so private. We just had quiet time. I must say it feels heavenly to sit here while it's hot outside and it's nice and cool in here because the AC is blowing. So it's just such a blessing, and I'm so thankful. I just posted a reel the other day of a thrift haul, and I shared this pack of balls that we got, but I didn't realize that there's actually an entire ball pit in the package. So we just got ourselves an entire ball pit for like $1.50. I feel like I have a ton of just like super random things to talk about that I haven't shared in a while. I have not really shared much about sourdough because it's been so hot that I haven't really done anything, but now that we have AC and I've been trying a little bit more, and so I just thought I would mention that in case any of you guys are wondering. My starter is doing really well. I just fed it, so that's why it hasn't really risen right now, but everything is going well with it and it's still really healthy. And the other day we went to this farmer's market and we got 2 bags of grapes for $3, which is crazy cheap. So I put them in the freezer because they were so ripe that we couldn't eat them all, and they're so delicious. Liam loves these. He would eat them non-stop if I would let him. I think I have said in another video that once we have hydroponic system set up that I would share it. So here, I just plugged it in, and that's the pump. Liam, stay back please. That's the pump that's going to pump water through. And Mike 3D printed this, so that's why it's like super bright, and then this bottom half is black. But that's the apparatus, and I cannot officially start yet because we need these cups, and we only have this one apparently. I think we might have thrown away the other ones, I'm not sure why, but we'll have to either 3D print more or buy some more, and then we can officially start, and then I'll share that process once I've officially gotten it started. And on the table out here I have some succulents that I was given. Please send any succulent care tips my way. I don't really know how to care for them, so they look a little bit sad and I'm not sure how to perk them up. I've been giving them water obviously, but I'm not sure what to do beyond that. And here's a little garden update. So I actually put this onto the plants maybe like a week or so ago. I just got it at Walmart, and I noticed that some of them were looking really sad, and I think they've perked up since I've given them the fertilizer. My bell peppers, that one is starting to get a brown spot, and I'm not sure why. But then my cucumbers have suddenly taken off. So this one, it looks like it has one right there. And so I'm hopeful about my cucumber plant. Looks like it's getting some spots. I should take this leaf off. I've had some trouble with some kind of fungus. My cabbages are pretty much like dead. People have said that they are cool weather plants and that's why they're not doing so well here. So I've pretty much given up hope on my cabbages. And then my tomato plants, I will put in a little footage of me picking the big tomato. It was so delicious. And then we've got some of the smaller tomatoes that are turning orange down there. And then there's another green tomato. So I'm hopeful for them, and they're growing really big. And my other bell pepper plant just seems like maybe it's not doing so well. I'm not quite sure what to think of them. And I had a jalapeno plant, but I'm just not sure. Like, this is all such a big learning curve for me. I'm just gonna have to figure this out as I go. And there's Thai chili peppers. Those are doing really well. Oh, it looks like my spaghetti squash is attaching. There. Let's put you off of this plant. I don't want that to get entwined. So, there's my strawberry plant. Still looks pretty healthy, which is good. And my spaghetti squash. This is like the king of my plants. That's how big it is. It's insane. And it's got a ton of blossoms. So I'm hopeful for that. And that's what the canopy looks like from outside. So we're so happy. We are snacking on homemade hummus and wheat thins. It's my first time trying this combination and my first time trying homemade hummus. I have made something called avocado hummus before, but this is different and it's so delicious. I can link the recipe if you would like it. I don't know about any of the rest of you, but I am just like in shock of the fact that July is almost over and August is about to be here, and it feels like it's winding down for fall already. I just love fall. It's probably my favorite season. I never can decide if spring or fall is my favorite, but I just love fall, and the idea of fall baking and just that holiday spirit is just like, I can't wait. I love fall. I feel like I've been making stuff with oatmeal or oats a lot recently because I've discovered how cheap they are in the bulk section at Winco. You can get an entire bag, you can get an entire pound for, I think it's 77 cents. So I've been making us oatmeal for breakfast, and that really helps cut back on eggs because I find that eggs are so expensive. I usually pay about $10 for the eggs that we eat per week, and I have learned for 77 cents per pound of oats, I could buy more than 10 pounds of oats for $10. Like, that's insane. And so I've been thinking like maybe I need to switch our breakfasts more to oats, like not entirely, but I was thinking about that, and I have some really good oatmeal recipes, and I'm gonna make some granola. I remember that my mom would always keep it on hand, and I don't make the recipe that she always made, but I have one that I'm gonna make, and I'm so excited because it just makes me feel like home. And if you guys need like healthy snack ideas, something I like to do is like have watermelon cut up already so it's like easy to grab, and I cut up some celery sticks and I have them in some water. Even though celery is not my favorite thing, I like to do that. And I had also cut up some cauliflower, which we already ate, but I cut up some cauliflower and had it like already chopped up, and that way when we wanted it for snacks it was just easy to grab, or when I wanted to cook it, it was just easy to get it and cook it, and it was just way faster to cut it up ahead of time So that's something that I've learned is like when you are looking to switch from unhealthy snacks like I don't know, Oreo cookies or something, to something that's healthier, it can be intimidating when you buy like vegetables or something to eat as a snack. I find that it's more intimidating just because you have to chop it and you have to like prepare it, unless you buy pre-prepared. But for me, I like to buy them whole and then chop them up at home because I think it's a little cheaper. And so I find that if I just chop it up right away and keep it stored already chopped up, it just makes it easier to grab. It's just more convenient. We've been looking to get a little healthier, so that's something that I've been figuring out, is like just keeping things already prepared to grab instead of waiting to get it ready until you're hungry, because then you're probably more likely to go to the cupboard and grab something that's less healthy or something. Or like that hummus that we were just eating, I made that a couple days ago, and then when we're hungry we just go and eat some. Like, I don't wait till we're hungry to have it. It's just like a little something I've been learning. I found this coconut in the bulk section at Winco, and Liam has just been devouring it. I didn't know he likes coconut so much. It smells so good right now. When I was a kid, we used to love to scrape out the inside of the bowl after my mom was finished making it. It was so delicious. Okay, now this can go into 300-degree oven for 36 to 40 minutes.